Hi everyone! Welcome to the final story in our series on the 12 Jyotirlingas from Indian Story Read Along. So here we go. This is the last story and I want to warn you ahead of time, it's a little bit violent. Okay, there's a little bit of violence in the middle, but there's going to be a happy ending. Okay, spoil the ending. So let's get started. This is the story of Ghushmeshwara. Once upon a time, there lived a pious Brahmin called Sudhama. That means that he was a very, very good soul. He behaved very properly, and he had a dutiful wife called Sudeha. They had everything in life but no child. This fact did not bother Sudhama, but his wife was very unhappy and remained sad and morose. That means she was kind of brooding all the time. She's sitting there thinking, if only we had a child. After several years, out of sheer desperation, she forced a protesting Sudhama to marry a second time with her own younger sister, whose name was Ghushma. Back in those days, you know how with the Pandavas, there were 5 husbands and 1 wife. It was also very common to do it the other way around. They had more than 1 wife for 1 husband. So both sisters lived in great love and harmony. Sudeha taught Ghushma all the correct rituals and methods of worshipping Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. There they are down there doing puja together. In time, Ghushma bore a son who grew up to be a fine boy and virtuous. And so she's saying, how lucky we are to have a son like this. When he became a young man, his parents got him married to a suitable girl. It was at this stage that Sudeha began to feel a little left out, and the worm of jealousy began eating into her heart. So she's looking at the young man with his new wife. Now she realized, why should she be the lucky one? Meaning her sister. After all, it is all because of me that she has such good fortune. Okay, now here's the violent part coming up, okay? So overpowering became her jealousy that one day in the dead of the night, she crept into the boy's bedroom and stabbed him with a knife. There, that will kill her joy forever. Here's even worse. She then chopped up his limbs and flung him inside a well. The next morning, when the crime was discovered, the whole household fell a-weeping. They're all crying, "Oh, who has done this vile deed?" So everyone was crying and they could not believe what had happened, except the boy's parents, except Sudhama and Ghushma. So she's thinking, your will be done, O Lord. So no matter what has happened to her, her mind is still fixated on Lord Shiva. I will tell you right now, this is not possible for 99% of people in this world. Nobody can be this steadfast in their belief when something that terrible has happened to them. But she's going on with her daily duties right there, and then she's saying, he who gives has every right to take away. And Ghushma went about performing her daily duties. But here's the better part, okay? Sad part's over. As she approached the well, she saw by the side of it her son, standing and smiling, hale and hearty. How can this be? Am I imagining? Then she was blessed by a vision of Lord Shiva. There he is, boom, there he is. You have richly deserved this and more, O Ghushma, but I will destroy your evil sister. He's not messing around. But look how kind Ghushma is. Oh, please, spare her life, Lord, for I am sure she is sorry for her misdeeds. And for the benefit of all, please remain here and be worshipped by your devotees. So can you believe this is the only person, I think, who has had a jyotirlinga named after them, named after her. Look at here. Shiva turned himself into a jyotirlinga and came to be known as Ghushmeshwar after the devotion and piety of Ghushma. So here we are at the end of all 12 stories, all 12 jyotirlingas. And I'll show you this cover again because we probably will not see it. It is out of print, so we're probably not going to be ever seeing it again. So here's the 12 Jyotirlingas. It is by a book company called Adarsh Chitrakatha, and I think that I got this from my cousin. I don't even remember that we bought this. I was a very little girl. The cover is falling off, and I don't think it's in print anymore, but I'm glad that you were able to see it here on Indian Story Read Along. So as always, if you enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe to this channel. Thanks so much. We're gonna see you next time with new stories.